All right. I am so excited for what we are about to do this month. I want to just tell every single one of you guys, like, how absolutely proud of you I am. You know, I was talking to someone last night who was telling me that she just felt so disappointed that she didn't end the month last month how she thought she would have. And in the same token, I'm like, I get it, but I also want you to look at like what you have overcome. I think a lot of us right now are just overcoming so many things, and we totally blow off all of the hard things in life that we like survive and overcome. And so I just want to like take like a hardcore second and just tell every single one of you guys how proud I am of you, of the things that you're overcoming, of the things that you're let me just say it this way. There's like this secret. Everybody wants to know like what like the secret sauce of like successful people are, right? And really, I promise you, the only secret sauce that you need to have is that successful people are just like MacGyvers, like Inspector Gadgets. Like, it doesn't matter what obstacle comes your way, that you find a way around it, under it, over it, underneath it. When there's not a way, you make a way. And that's what successful people are. They are way makers. And so it literally has nothing to do with like measuring your success with, why aren't you being quiet? It's supposed to be on do not disturb. Can I put myself on driving? Will that do it? I don't know why it's not doing it. Oh, well, you guys have to listen to the dings. I'm sorry. Hopefully I don't have to like completely cut out my screen, but I just want to tell you guys that I'm proud of you for that. I really, really am, because you're learning skills in the middle of the muck and the yuck and the hard. That determination that you have is going to go such a long way. But the only time the hard things that you go through, suck and are miserable is when you don't take a moment to learn from it. That's when it sucks. It's when you waste it, because we can't do anything about yesterday. We can't do anything about last week or last month or last year or the woulda, coulda, shouldas, all of those things. And we let that stuff just weigh heavy on us. And instead of woulda, coulda, shoulda, you just take what you did amazing and you run with it. You take what you wish you could have changed and just change it for the future and change it for other people, because that's what leadership is. I always used to laugh and say that like being a leader is like being out in the jungle and you're just the first one in the front with a machete and you're just like knocking things down, you know, like attacking wild animals, and you're like the first one to go through the river when you don't know what's in the river. That's what leadership is. So if you feel like you're kind of in the wilderness right now and you're like, I don't really know I don't know, like that's what you're supposed to be doing. So don't stop in the middle of the wilderness, because you're supposed to look back and say, hey, Maria, don't go that way. That's not the way to go. You want to be the first one to make mistakes. You want to be the first one to be messy. I talk to people every single day. How many of you guys, comment below if you've been in this industry before? How many of you guys have been with a company once upon a time? I was talking to someone and she was like, dude, I am so frustrated. I feel like I suck. And I am so much better than this. Why am I sucking so bad? And I said, do you want to know why? How many of you guys feel like that? You're like, what the hell? I'm good at this. What is going on? You want to know what it is? It's that you're resisting sucking. You want to know why you guys got to stop resisting sucking? Because as soon as you allow yourself the chance to make a mistake, do something kind of wrong, you're going to learn from it. Just like I said, if you stop resisting the hard things, the quicker you're going to learn. Imagine Jan right now is like, she's like, oh my gosh, I don't know much about the products. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, I feel like I don't really know how to like explain this business super well to someone, or, oh my gosh, maybe I just feel like I don't know how to launch an ambassador here because it's just so different. So she just doesn't want to talk to anybody. But if she just helped someone get started and like cried for help and just asked for help and leveraged an upline or something like that, and she saw someone else help someone else get started, or she just helped someone else get started, not knowing what the heck she's doing, and then just realized what worked and what didn't work, how much faster, which scenario is going to help her get to where she wants to go so much faster? just freaking doing it. And I just want to encourage you guys and just say this to yourself a million times. There's no mistake in this business that you can possibly make that is going to mean that you are not going to be successful. Hear me when I say that. There's no mistake that you can possibly make. There's not a message that you can send someone that's wrong. There's not, oh man, a promotion you missed, a promotion you made, something that you said to someone on your team. We all have done things as leaders that we wish like we would have totally said something differently. There's no mistake that you can make that's going to determine your success as long as you're willing to learn from it. Okay. So really quick. Oh, I think Brittany, I accidentally asked to unmute you. Don't go with that. But I do want to ask Ashley really quick to unmute you guys, because Ashley Mirth last month, well, I hope she's not in bed. Get out of bed. If you're laying in bed listening to this with earbuds on, just go in the bathroom. You're just going to suck it up. But I want to just give Ashley a little shout out because Ashley went bronze last month. You got.
Can you see me?
No, I'm going to add you somehow. I'm just trying to find it.
Well, I can't see myself and I don't know what's wrong.
I can see you now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can't see myself. So there's that. All right. I was trying to see myself. Tell me again what you wanted me to say.
Well, we're just first of all, you guys, if you guys will just cheer on Ashley, say congratulations, you guys. Bronze is a very big deal. When you hit bronze, for a lot of us, you're hitting like a full-time income from your phone, which is like such a big deal. And she did this literally in record time. She is breaking records with our company. Yeah. And she's an incredible leader. But Ashley, really, really quick, she won't be here long. Don't get comfortable because you won't. I mean, you're just not going to be at bronze very long. But if you could give everybody just some like words of advice really quick, and then we'll just continue on. I know I kind of like put you on the spot, but I do think it's important to celebrate that.
Listen. Oh, wait. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Listen, she did not tell me I was getting on tonight. And usually I really have to prepare my thoughts or I sound like a toddler. So I'm sorry. But I mean, okay. So if you've ever jumped on like one of my mindset things, I'm like a super huge mindset person. And I want to be like really, really real with you guys and let you know that like 6 months ago, not even 6 months ago, you guys, I was not working to my potential much at all. Like I was just in this weird spot. And then we came to Q and I was like, okay, I'm ready to work. And it was the mindset of, I am going to jump in. I'm going to give it all I've got. I'm going to do the things I know I can do. And I'm going to be uncomfortable. And I think that's where a lot of people like mess up, or a lot of people don't even realize what they're holding themselves back at. They're like, I'm comfortable doing this. And so they don't do anything new. And, I cried about it because I was like, oh, I'm going to get uncomfortable here. And I'm such like an introverted person that like, I don't know that I was ready for it, but you're never ready to do big things. Okay. And so I was like, well, here I go. I'm going to just freaking do it. I'm going to make it happen. And I did. I jumped in, you guys. And I want to be very clear here that I've had to build new. Okay. This wasn't like a situation. I had to build new. So I just jumped in, started talking to brand new people, never even talked before, and teaching my team to do the same. And we're bringing people in and doing big things. And so if you're on here thinking like, I can't do it, I don't know any people, I don't have people like lined up or whatever, that's you letting yourself be comfortable by not working hard. Okay. You just have to like take a look in the mirror. Go put yourself out there, go get uncomfortable, go talk to new people, and don't count yourself out. Your mind is what is making this happen or not happen. I always say this, and I will always say this, your success or your failure is up to you. Whichever you want to achieve, that's up to you. So go. Oh, your teeth look beautiful. Thank you. Hold on, I'll be right there, okay? Sorry, guys.
No.
Usually I would be in my room hiding, but Jay's like, Ashley, and I'm like, wait, I can't even see myself on my camera. So I didn't know you guys could see me.
Well, I just wrote that down. I think that because you guys, I have this saying, I don't think it is kind of vulgar, but I always say like, I love to make people like so uncomfortable that like they pucker their butts because they're just like, oh my God. Like, I hope you guys are so ready for that this whole month. That is my goal. I'm going to push you off the cliff. You're going to see your wings open and it's going to be wonderful and amazing. And I hope you guys are ready for that. Hi, Ava. Okay. I'm going to mute you, Ash, but thank you so much. We are so excited for you. Oh, wait, now I got to figure out how to remember like pin. Okay. So, but what she said is huge. You are never ready to do big things. Literally, you're never ready. Like how many of you guys feel that? You're like, dang, I'm over here. I'm like praying. I'm like, Jesus, please make a bird run into my window today. And if a bird runs into my window, I know today is the day. It's not going to happen. That's not how this happens. For me, coincidentally, you're already in this business. So what if, because you're already in the business, that means you're already supposed to be successful? What if that's the truth? What if that is the fact? Okay. And so what I want you guys to do this month is to step into the person that you're supposed to be. And it's not going to be perfect. It is not going to happen how you thought it was going to be. It's not going to happen with the people that you thought it was going to happen with. I had this girl enroll last month who was absolutely incredible. She's been in this industry before. Her network's wild and crazy. And she messaged me the next day and she was like, I can't. She got so scared. And it's like, isn't there like an animal? God, someone tell me this. I feel like someone's going to know, but I feel like there's like an animal that can like hardly drink water. Like it dies sometimes because it dies of thirst because it's afraid of its own reflection. It's so scared when it goes to drink something in like a pond, it sees its reflection. It gets so scared. And so it doesn't even drink. How many of us, I don't care what freaking, what animal it is, but how many of us do that to ourselves? We are so scared of what's to come. We're scared of what we're capable of becoming. So we don't even drink. And so we just die of thirst. Don't do it to yourself. Okay. So really quick, you guys, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to comment below a win, 5 wins in the chat. I would love to see some of your wins from last month. Every single one of you guys won in some way. Maybe it was you messaged when you never messaged before. Maybe you got me in 3-way chats. Maybe you had more potentials last month than you've ever had. Maybe you got 20 people to the wellness event. How many of you guys had people come to the wellness event? You guys, after the wellness event that night, I had 4 ambassadors enroll. I didn't even know. I did not even know. As soon as we got done, they hopped on and they signed up. We got our first customer. Oh my gosh, Christine, I'm so proud of you. Elizabeth, yep. She joined. She had people at the wellness event. Jan did lives for the first time. Jan, I'm so proud of you. Tina added 30 people to the VIP lounge. You've been an overcomer. You've been learning so much. Misha, she checked in with her team more and helped set goals. So good. Promoted to pro. Alexis promoted to pro. Haley got her first customer. Do you want to know what my favorite thing is here? Is that, and I want to tell you guys something, like, I just want you to know, I want you to know this because this is a you thing. It's not the truth. What I like to ask myself when I'm feeling some sort of way, because I always start to feel some sort of way when it's a big month. Have you guys noticed that? You're like the one time you go to do big things, that's when you're like super in your feels and you're like super sensitive. What I like to ask myself, and I want you guys to try this, is when I get into my feels, I ask myself, is this me or is it the actual truth? Is this the truth or is it me? Is it true that no one likes me? Is it true that people don't want to do this with me? Or am I just like freaking out? So I'm going to breathe. And then I'm going to go. And that has helped me so freaking much. Okay. And if you can't get your truth, have someone help you. Sandy got several customers, got an amazing product feedback. Listen, Sandy has crazy results, you guys. Yeah. And she had a very, very hard month last month. So what I want to tell you guys is that it does not matter where you're at. I don't care how long it takes you to have the results that you want to have. I want you to know that you matter and your goals matter. This is not an overnight thing. This is a complete journey. Okay. And so I don't care how fast or how slow you are doing compared to anybody else. This is about you. The fact that you didn't quit when before, maybe once upon a time you would have, or you have in the past and you didn't, and you kept going, that means something that matters. And that is huge. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. I'm going to kind of run through a crap ton of resources. We have a plan this month. How many of you guys saw that? So if you have not seen it, it is in our boards app, and make sure you guys are a part of the boards app. Not only does the boards have like wording and verbiage and stuff like that, but I put up reminders. Our leaders put up reminders when we have deals, sales, Zooms, all of those things. It's going to pop up like a reminder for you. But if you guys go to the boards app, you're going to see the calendar. And this calendar is very, very full. We are going to be doing power hours. Look at that calendar. Okay. We're going to be doing power hours every single night, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. And I know that maybe Eastern time, it's a little late, but listen, you guys, I want you to know something. I created my greatest wealth from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. because that's it. I call it Moms Gone Wild. Like moms are all up in those mom pages, asking crazy things, complaining about life, all that stuff. And I was a mom, so I was looking for other moms. And so I would be up and I would be doing that. Okay. So the first thing that I want to tell you guys is that we're going to be doing work with me, power hours at night. So a power hour is you come on Zoom, we play some music. And I tell you guys to do some things that, like I said before, it's going to make you pucker your butt a little bit. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to do what? We're going to be inviting together. I'm going to be getting you inviting. You will be talking to people. You will be getting out of your comfort zone, and we're going to be doing it together. I'm going to guide you. Okay. So I'll be giving you some wording. You can reach out. You can be talking to people. Your money is in your messenger. Okay. Your money is in your messenger. Your money is not in your post, although you need to post so that way people can see who you are. Your money is not in your stories, although your stories are very important so people can see who you are. Your money is in your messenger. And if people are not coming to you, you must go to them. Because success does not just happen. You create the success. You happen to success. That is how that works. Okay. So on the power hour, we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be in our comfies. Bring some Q-Twist hydrate, you guys, and just be ready to work. Make sure you guys have a planner. This is my favorite planner. This is the Day Designer planner. It is my favorite. It has month at a glance, so that way you can plan your month. And then it also has I'm turning to a page that's empty. It just has a lot of space for me to write down conversations, all of those things. Because when I tell you you're going to be having conversations, you are going to be having conversations. Okay. So the next thing that I want you guys to make sure that you're doing. Oh, I wasn't able to print it out. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. We have like oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of resources. Okay. So for all of you guys that enrolled last month, you have until the end of this month to go Builder Pro and Executive to earn your first $1,000 in bonuses. Okay. Builder Pro and Executive by the end of this month. Saray has been like slaying life today. We both were like Canva queens, like making and creating amazing tools and resources that we can use time and time again. So I want to show this really quick to you guys. That way you can see it. So I'm not going to be able to see the chat for just a second. Here, I'm going to just walk through some stuff. Okay. So here's the deal. Just so you guys know, well, how are we going to do this? Well, first, before I do that, let me just kind of go through the calendar here. This is all the stuff that we have going on. Okay. So every single night we're going to be having power hours so that way we can work together. Okay. That's number one. Number two, how many of you guys, can you just drop a 1 in the chat? How many of you guys invited potentials to the wellness party that was last week? I hope that you did. Okay. So we have this group called the VIP Lounge. This is a group for potential ambassadors specifically, but also potential customers. Okay. In this group, there's some product reviews. There's videos that go over commonly asked questions, videos about like the QIQ in there, which is like the opportunity call. There's a lot of stuff in there. Okay. And so just in general, this is an incredible place to put your potentials, to utilize third-party validation, which is like someone else sharing information just to validate like information that you're giving them. Okay. So last week, if you did not see, maybe you're new, maybe you started after that, we did a wellness event. Everybody was able to invite people to the VIP lounge. And then on Wednesday, I went live for like an hour and I walked through all the different products, demonstrated all the things, talked about different results and talked about the business. And then the next day we streamed our business opportunity call in there on Thursday. And then I went live and just answered some more commonly asked questions and just did some interaction, you guys. And we had tons of enrollments from this. And I gave away some really cute tumblers and some sample packs and stuff like that. And that was kind of their like an added incentive to get people in. It was so tremendous for our business, you guys, that we are going to be having them every single week in the VIP lounge through March. Okay. So part of this, and I'm going to show you guys the VIP lounge in just a second. One of my most favorite things about the VIP lounge, and I know someone was asking me like how I utilize it. So on a normal day, I love to just put someone in the VIP lounge because I like to do something with myself called the Run to 100 challenge. And I'm going to challenge you guys to do the exact same thing this month. This is going to make you sweat. This is going to be hard because here's the deal. This is my favorite thing. And this is going to coincide and go together right with the power hours. Okay. When do we get discouraged? We get discouraged when we feel like our hands are empty. Like I don't have anybody, no one's enrolling, or I don't have anybody interested, or all these things. And so or we feel like I'm talking to so many people, but they're not converting. They're not enrolling. Like, what the heck am I doing wrong? Here's the thing. What's really special about the VIP lounge is that, you guys, it is a Facebook group. And one of the coolest things about a Facebook group is how many times can you add someone to a Facebook group? One time. So if I'm talking to Jan and her and I, maybe I'm reaching out, or maybe she messages me because she sees one of my stories. She sees one of my lives. She sees one of my posts. Maybe someone put up a referral post or whatever, or I go and message her and we're talking and I'm giving her information on the business. What I say to Jan is like, hey, really quick, while we're talking, let me get you added to my VIP group that has more information about what I do and how I do it. I add her to the group. I send her the link, and then I just continue on the conversation. I don't ask her if I can add her. I just say, while we're talking, since you're interested, let me get you added. So here's the cool thing. When I add Jan, I like to use the notes in my phone because it's portable, like the notes app, or you can use a notebook. And so now I'm going to write one Jan because I have that is one potential. So then when I'm talking to Ashley that same night, maybe I reached out to Ashley. I was on the power hour. Ashley and I are talking about her, and I say, hey, really quick, while we're talking, give me just a second. I'm going to get you added to my VIP group that has more information about what I do and how I do it. I add Ashley to the group. I send her the link and I continue our conversation. I write number 2 and I write Ashley. How many people do you guys think that you're going to enroll if you know that you have 100 potentials in 1 month? That's a heck of like actual conversations. You're not going to write down the people that you reach out to. You're going to write down the people that you are actually going back and forth with, people who are actually interested. Because what I want you guys to see is I want to train your brains to disconnect from the emotional attachment that you have to how many messages I messaged 10 people and like no one answered. I don't care. Like that doesn't matter, because here's the thing. This is what I've learned doing this for 10 years. I've personally enrolled over 2,000 people myself. When you reach out to people, it is a seed planted. Okay. So if I message Lakeisha and I'm like, hey, listen, I know this is kind of random, but I was just checking out your page and I think that you'd be so good at what I do. Can I give you some info to see if it would be a good fit for you? And she looks at my message and she goes, who is this girl? What is she even talking about? Is she crazy? She doesn't answer. But what does she do? She's going to go be nosy because that's what we do. So she goes and she clicks on my page and she goes and looks at my post because she's like, who in the heck is this person? And she sees my post about my story. She sees my post about my kids. Maybe she sees one of the posts about the products and she's like looking at the comments and schmoozing around because that's what people do. And so now she watches. And so even the people that you talk to today that don't reply? How many of you guys, be honest, drop a 2. How many of you guys get extremely bent out of shape when you reach out to someone and they ghost you? You're like, I've been ghosted. The amount of conversations that I have with people talking about ghosts. Oh my God. I messaged Susan and she looked at it and said nothing. She is a B word. And I hate doing this because no one likes me. Everybody hates me. I'm not going to be, everybody has a freaking meltdown. Let me tell you something. One thing that I want you to do this month is I want to challenge you to remove the word ghost from your vocabulary, because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to teach you guys some like MacGyver, like who's like a cool secret agent, 007 type stuff that like, if you quit this business within your first 90 days, you'll never get to see what happens when you plant seeds. You will never get the luxury of having massive enrollments over time from compounded seed planting because you give up so freaking soon, because this business is a numbers game. It just is. And if you know how this works, you'll emotionally detach from how many I had to do to like, how many can I do? Because you'll understand how incredible it is, the seeds that you get to plant. Okay. I want you guys to imagine this for me for just a second. I'm going to talk about farming. If anybody is a farmer like Morgan and you're on here and you judge me, don't. I dated a farmer for like a little bit when I was a senior in high school. I went to prom in a tractor, if that just tells you about my life. But anyways, okay. So imagine you have a giant field. Okay. Today you go plant 50 seeds. Okay. Tomorrow you go plant 50 seeds. The next day you plant 50 seeds, and every single day you start planting 50 seeds. So on the 1st of March until the end of March, March 31st, you planted seeds. And now your corn, we're going to say corn, your corn from March 1st is obviously going to be the biggest, right? Because you planted it first. It's the oldest. And the corn that you planted yesterday is going to be the smallest. So imagine you keep doing this every single day. You're planting seeds, you're planting seeds, you're planting seeds. 3 months from now, your seeds from March 1st are going to be ready to pick. So guess what's going to happen over time? Let's say it takes you 3 months for your corn to be ready to pick, but you were smart because you wanted to eat every single day. So how do you eat every single day? It's not just about, oh, I planted 3,000 ears of corn on March 1st, because you're only going to have 3,000 ears of corn. Even that will run out at some point. And that's for the people who work on Tuesdays once a month. I'm just like saying, because we have those people and then they're like, why? I killed it on Tuesday. Why didn't it work? Because you have to be consistent. Okay. So now what happens though? March, April, May. So June 1st. June 1st, you have corn from the first day of March. June 2nd, you have corn from the second day of March. June 3rd, you have corn from the third day of March. It takes time. So what happens is that you are going to start to reap the harvest from what you planted 3 months ago. Momentum takes time to be created. When I first started my business, I worked 18 hours a day, and I swear to you, I messaged at least 100 people every day, every single day, no matter what, all the time, always. And I followed up on Fridays, no matter what, all the time, always. And you will become a follow-up royalty. I promise you, by the time I'm done with you in March, nothing will stop you because you will be a waymaker. That's what's going to happen. Okay. I messaged like crazy. I reached out like crazy. I posted like crazy. I got $400 in sales in my first week, and I was like lit on fire. And then it was crickets. And I was so discouraged, and I was like, oh my God. And I started doing that like weird panic thing. Like, oh my God, what if I'm not successful? Like, and I started freaking out like all of us do. We've all been there. Right. And I got on a call with a mentor, and she said, listen, I don't care what you have to do. What you have to trust is the process, and know that if you keep on going, it's going to happen. Every single day I was like, listen, okay, I'm just going to keep going. And I just like, I think I can. And I was freaked out and scared, but I kept messaging, and I kept posting, and I kept talking to people. But what I did not know was that I was planting seeds. I was new. I had no freaking idea. And every single day I was just planting 100 seeds, planting 100 seeds, planting 100 seeds, following up with every single person that I talked to. Even if they replied to me, I would message them about something else. I was the little fairy that could. I was there. I was always tucked in people's back pocket. So my second month in the business, I enrolled 2 people. My third month in the business, I enrolled 4 people. My next month, I enrolled 7 people. The next month, I enrolled 11 people. And from that month on, forever and ever and ever and ever and always, I enrolled no less than 15 people every single month. It took me 5 months to create this momentum that then became an enrollment standard that I just had between 15 to 25 people, pretty much on average all the time. The people who enrolled 5 months later were the ones that I talked to from the beginning. Well, how did I keep enrolling every single month? Because every single day I just kept talking to those people. And so they would start enrolling. You know what I mean? Not only, I have chills, not only do you need business right now, you need business in 3 months. The people who you talk to right now, like if you keep going, you'll find people that will like join you right now. But you are totally missing out on the magic of who's going to start with you in 3 months. So do you want 5 people in 3 months or do you want 100 people in 3 months? What do you want? Detach from this weird emotional hot mess thing where you're like, I went live and 5 people. Who cares? You have to post. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a part of your job. I have to mom whether my kids listen to me or not. I have to mom whether it rains or it shines. I have to mom whether I feel good or I feel great. And every single day, at least 1 week out of every month, I'm not feeling great. And then the week before that, I'm eating everything. And then the week after that, I feel great. And then it starts going downhill again. You know what I'm saying? How can we can't judge. Half of you guys want to quit your business every single month and you just haven't figured out yet that it's because you're PMSing. Have you figured that out? You don't hate everything. You're just hormonal. I want you guys to start keeping track of that. I promise you that will actually change your life. I swear to you, if you start to understand like when you have your cycle and then what you go is, oh, I'm so funny. I'm just being silly. And then you stop getting so like drowning yourself in your emotions. You just kind of love yourself loosely because it's just that time, right? It's like when the crazy drunk people would come into the salon, I was like, oh, it's just a full moon. It's not me. It's just the full moon. And it really was. They were like crazy people coming and get like their whole face waxed with their shoes on backwards. And it was wild. Okay. All right. So I just want to say that. So the VIP lounge, imagine you guys, if you got 100 potentials in there that are actually going back and forth, you guys are going to sweat. You will come to me and you are going to say, Christine is going to come on and she's going to say, Jade, I thought I was doing the most. I had no idea the sweat that could drip from my body. I sweated in places that I never thought I could sweat because I committed to 100 people. And holy cow, did I have to talk to people, but I have more potentials than I have ever had in my life. I'm having more intentional conversations because I'm actually keeping track of the people that I'm talking to. My follow-up Fridays are sick because I am keeping track and actually following up with every single stinking person that I talk to. I'm intentionally talking to people because I'm trying to hit my 100. Do you guys know that I try to get 100 a week? Like go big or go home. You know what I'm saying? You and try to do 100 a week. That'll really make you sweat in crevices that you didn't know that you even had a crevice. You know what I mean? Like you're like, wow, that's crazy. So that is one of the things that you guys are going to do this month is you are going to do a run to 100. Okay. Your goal the first 2 weeks of this month is to enroll the ambassadors that you need to enroll for your goal. Okay. Saray has created, I'm not going to share my screen right this second, but Saray has, where are we at? Saray has created this incredible workbook. I want you guys to go and I want you to print it out. It looks like this. So for those of you guys who want to go builder, here's your page. For those of you guys that need to go pro, here's your page. For those of you guys that need to go executive, here's your page. So you can keep track of the people that you're enrolling. Your goal is to enroll 2 people by the end of next week, Friday. Right away. Your goal is to enroll your ambassadors the first 2 weeks of the month. And the last 2 weeks of the month, we're going to be focusing on volume customers / helping launch your new ambassadors. So what we're going to be having a lot of you guys are going to be enrolling, and you're going to be freaking out because you don't know how to get your people started. And it's going to be amazing because you're going to be going through the wilderness, and we're going to go through with each other, and we're going to teach you how to effectively launch people and how to support people. How many of you guys could maybe quite possibly be self-sabotaging your growth of your business because you feel like you don't even know how to help someone else be successful to begin with? The only way that you're going to learn is by putting yourself in the position to have to learn how to launch someone. You're never going to know. If I sat here and I taught Sarah how to enroll an ambassador, and she's like, oh yeah, that's great. And then she's going to enroll an ambassador, and what's going to happen? She's going to say, Jade, I don't remember a freaking thing that you even told me. We learn by doing. Action is the piece that has to happen. Right? How do you learn how to sing a song? Not by no, you learn it by singing it. That's how you create the neural pathways of being able to remember. Okay. So we have our power hours every day together. We will conquer the puckered butthole, and we will do it together. We are going to be shoved off the cliff and talking to the people. Okay. Number 2, we're going to have the run to 100. Number 3, we have the wellness events in the VIP lounge. I hope you guys are so freaking excited. If you're not utilizing those, you're missing out because they are going to be tremendous. Okay. The next thing is, you guys, is that we're going to scale back just a little bit on our opportunity calls. We're going to have them on Thursday, a nice hardcore one. We're going to utilize the VIP lounge. There's going to be a video in there that you can add people and tag them in it, or you can send them a recording. If you get to a position where you're doing your run to 100 and you're doing these power hours, and Allie's like, Jade, I have like 6 people today that want more information, then guess what? Your upline is going to be doing a QIQ, which is like the technical term for the opportunity call just for you, for your people. Okay. That's what we're going to be doing. And that is good. That is success, and that is growth. Okay. We're going to continue the flash trainings during the day. You guys will see reminders of those. One of the things that I'm so freaking excited to implement, you guys, is we're going to have just a big team Zoom on Sunday nights to kick off the week. And we're calling it Celebrate to Calibrate. This is what's so important. Calibration just means that you're equalizing out. One of the most incredible things that I ever heard from one of my mentors is she said, and you guys really ask yourself this, really think about it, just be honest, we're all human. How many of you guys, when you see someone else winning, it kind of gets you in your feels a little bit? That kind of oh God, you see someone else enrolling, or you see someone else promote, and you're like, oh my God, I'm behind. And you just kind of get crabby inside. You just feel weird. It makes you feel like you don't have something. Well, here's the really cool thing. When you celebrate other people, you calibrate to their level. Even if you threw gritted teeth at first, you're like, oh, good, Jennifer. Awesome. Oh, God, I'm so happy for you. You start to calibrate to their level, to their success. Energetically, you start to raise, which is so good. On Sundays, we're just going to do some incredible mindset work. I'm going to help you get your poop in a group, get your crap together, so that way you can really face the week as we grow, because the only way that you can get better is to unsuck your mind. I always say that, I had to unsuck myself. People are how'd you get positive? I had to I had to crack the egg of misery. I was so crabby all the freaking time. Okay. So the next thing, you guys, let's kind of go over some of the resources that we have for you. This list, how many of you guys printed this out? And exactly, Sarah said this, and I'm going to for real. If you want other people to cheer you on, you better cheer them on. What you put off is exactly what you're going to get back. Your energy is gasoline. So what fire do you want to feed? Do you want to feed the fire of negativity and crabbiness and all these things? No, we want to make things squeaky clean. I would rather you just say nothing to a single person, oh man, look at Alexis. She went pro last month. Oh God, she didn't do anything. No, because you are pouring gasoline on a fire, trust me, that you don't want. You can't go hate on Alexis and then the next day be like, why is no one joining my team? Because you just hated on someone on your team. No, we're just putting out the love, man. Love, peace and love. We love everybody. We're so excited for everybody. And I welcome the people to come onto my team so I can be excited for them too. Okay. You guys, this is your lives list. There are 2 content pieces. How many of you guys are like, I don't know what to post? You have to post. Posting's not how you sell. Your money is in your messages, right? But you have to post to share with people who you are. You have to post to share with people who you are. Okay. So this number 1 tool, you guys are going to love the resources that we have, is this lives list. Okay. Let me go ahead and let me share my screen. Let me find what I need here. Okay. This guy. Oh, that's not it. Oh, it is. Okay. Let me, where did we go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Share. Here, where's my share? Okay. Safari. Okay. Can you guys see this? Okay. So the first thing that we have here, this is our March resources. Okay. So a lot of you guys have been asking about selling trial packs. This is not the main thing. Okay. Let the main thing be the main thing. The main thing is growing your team and promoting. So whether it's on the CV side, which is customer sales, or the OV side, which is your team. But what the most incredible thing is that you can make extra cash and money. And the people, guys, how many of you guys love our products? I am obsessed. I have an addiction to the twists. I had to stop myself so I had some that I could sell. I'm addicted to the greens. I had to stop myself so I could have some to sell. In the month of, what was last month? February, I sold $250 in trial packs. It was awesome. And I just shared it. I just nonchalantly just kind of threw it in here and there, make a post about it in the comments. People are nosy. They click the link, they buy it, all the things. So here is a trial pack sales tracker for you guys. So that way you can keep in mind, like, what is a goal? What could you do? Here's this to track. Okay. You're just being intentional. The other thing that I want you guys to be so intentional, again, like Ashley's doing Mindset Monday, a really great book, you guys. This is I've read this 3 times. My obsession with this book is like, it's another level. I'm reading it again. So for me, I write in my books, I make notes and like thoughts, and I don't know if you can see, but like, it's really kind of written everywhere. And then there's like, and I know what's from when, because then the 3rd time around, I'm going in with pink highlighter. So this book is called You Too Can Be Prosperous. This is my most favorite book, probably of all time. It is incredible. Okay. And one thing, the first thing that is taught in here is that you are meant to have prosperity and you are meant to prosper. But one of the things that is so true is that you cannot have 2 thoughts at one time. You cannot believe in yourself and then not believe that you're going to be able to do it at the same time. So what the heck do I do? Jan's like, Jade, I'm scared. But I'm like, I think I can, but I'm scared. So how do I not do that? And it says right here, how will you keep from slipping back into the old basic thought of worry? By tuning the old habit completely out, and by deliberately and persistently taking the new pattern of confidence and power into your conscious content. And I wrote, you change the situation by ignoring the bad. You just tune it out. So what does that mean? When you're scared, don't say it out loud. Don't go phone a friend and say, I'm scared. Instead, change the habit, message your upline. Hey, I'm having an issue here. Help me fix this. Your answer to your problems isn't going to be, I need a moment to drown in my sorrows. Take a second, cry, like get it together. And we want to just keep it moving. Change those thoughts. A lot of the reason why people don't see the success in businesses like this, that they can, is because no one's telling you what to do. And when the going gets tough, the tough gets going and you stop. But what we want to do instead is we want to get our crap together, breathe through it, and keep moving. Your habits break you in. I want you guys to imagine that you have a field and it's got really, really long grass. Okay. And so today I'm using Jan because she's right there. Jan walks a path in the grass. Okay. Tomorrow she walks the same path in the grass. She does it every single day for 10 days. What happens? The grass starts to break down and now there's a path. That's how our thoughts work. So our thoughts are frustration, negativity. Oh my God, no one wants this. I'm so frustrated. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to calculate my things and this and that, all these things. And we just grain this path over and over and over. So how do we change the thought process? We got to change the path. So break the habits of the negative. Okay. So instead, what I want you guys to have, this is in the resources, and maybe you need to cross some things out if it doesn't align with you. Maybe you don't have a spouse, whatever it may be. But here's some affirmations for you guys to say. I would do it twice a day. I would make it your phone screen. I would print it out, put it in your car. So when you get in your car, you say it really quick. Put it in your bathroom. So when you go pee, you say it really quick. I promise you that when you start saying this, and this just be, when you start freaking out, just say to yourself, I'm abundantly blessed. Money keeps coming in. I have a steady and growing paycheck. I am a thriving and self-sufficient team. I am blessed with the best team in the company. Just start saying this to yourself. If anything, you're going to feel better, but all of a sudden you're going to be like, holy cow, how is this coming together? Okay. The next thing is this blank calendar. Let me show you why. This is our lives list. You guys, an essential part, especially Facebook, but also Instagram. Number one, favors lives. And number two, you've got to start talking to people. You've got to start putting yourself out there. I know you're scared, but you're going to do amazing. Okay. I walked through it. We don't need to walk through it now, but what I want you guys to do is, technically there's 11. The 11th one is to pack trial packs live. What I want you guys to do is to print out your calendar, or maybe you already have a calendar, and I want you to decide on which day you're going to do which live. One of the things that I highly recommend you do at least every single week, if not twice, is to go live with another person and interview them and have them share their story. It can literally be 10, 15 minutes. Who are they? A little bit about themselves, like, oh, if they're a mom, their spouse, what, their education, their background, what led them to finding Q, how they fit this business into their life, and where they see themselves going. Simple. Okay. Do this a couple times a week. People are going to need to see this. Go live talking about the compensation plan. Go live talking about FFM. You don't really have to try super hard to sell our business to people because they're already looking for these things. So all you have to do is just tell them that it's here. Like that's it. The other thing that I also included in here, you guys, is a dream board if you haven't made one yourself yet. Okay. Like I was talking about before, here is your VIP lounge. Let me close out some of my chats. Okay. So here's our VIP lounge. All right, you guys, this is where we have the wellness party as well. We just had the winners. Kenzie actually won. She just became an ambassador. And so we're going to be having these wellness. Look at this. We had 3,000 comments almost on this, you guys. Make sure that you guys do the wellness events every single week. Hold on. I hate how it does this. All right. We had the VIP lounge. Oh, okay. This is going to go along with the lives list. Let me minimize. Okay. Saray made this. This is going to be incredible. If you guys do this correctly, what's the other things I need to talk about? If you guys do this correctly, you will literally be able to use this as a content guide every single month. You're literally just going to be repeating that lives list. It's not like, oh, what do I do in April? No, you're just going to do the same thing again. So what this is going to do is it's going to give you a 30-day game plan of what to post. Okay. So day one, share your why. Day two, the top reasons why you need to work from your phone, right? In a world where we need extra money, doing it from your phone is the best case scenario. Day three, highlight an incentive. What is it? Did your leader went to Silver Summit? You cannot wait to be a silver making $4,000 a month. What does that mean to you? Maybe there's trips. Maybe there's a giveaway that we're doing for our team, right? Talk about that. Day four, talk about the community. See, so every single day, it is literally going to give you what to talk about for the month. Then what do? Next month, start over at begin again. So there's literally at this point going to be zero reason why we don't know what to talk about every single day. People just need consistency. It's really funny because how many of you guys felt like when you started your business, you were like, none of my closest friends and family members by Robert A. Russell? Yes. Yes, Tina. And you guys, seriously though, like with this book, by the way, don't listen to it. Get it, read it, actually sit down. It's very short. I mean, it's a very small book. It's only, 160 pages. Like it's very, very short, but when you like really read it and you take notes when something kind of pops in and you're like having an aha moment and you're like, oh my God, that's so good. This is going to change you. It's going to change how you think. It's very, very important part of this process. Okay. So then you're just going to repeat. Okay. Are those life posts? Like we talk about past, present, future with those talking points. So this is like its own separate post. You can add this in, like you can talk about your life with it. One of the things, you guys, with posting, less thinking, more doing. Just go do. Just do. Done is better than perfect. You can't make it perfect. Okay. So this guide, I have mine printed out right here. This guide printed out for me. I put it in these little loose leaf papers. It goes right into my binder. This is just like my business on the go. Okay. So everybody, they give a little shout out to Saray for her content booklet here. This is going to be amazing. We went through that. We went through the VIP lounge. Oh, and then here's that customer. This is the tracker. So you guys are going to want this too. This isn't something just that you're going to be able to use for your promotions. You're going to be able to give this to your new ambassadors. Okay. So make sure that they have this. She just completed this before we hopped on. Okay. The next thing is I just want to talk about right now, like you guys having a subscription. I really just want to talk with you about like a few things. Okay. Because I get asked all the time, what products you should be using as an ambassador. You guys, like just for my own self, Q Core has changed how many of you guys use Q Core? I've been in this industry for a long time. I sold weight loss products for a long time. And what I've learned is that there's a lot more to your wellness than your weight. And I feel like we like separate weight into it's like its own category, but we don't understand that it's like an ecosystem. Your whole body's an ecosystem and so many things flow together. And Q Core has been absolutely life-changing for me. And so that's 100 PB, like right there alone. Okay. Q Core absolutely is one of my most favorite products. But what I want to show you guys is some of the bundles that we have, because the bundles give you crazy savings. Okay. Elevate Woman, this pack right here. If you're a man, you can get the man, this pack right here. This is an incredible pack. It comes with the hormone supplement, the B12 spray, and the sleep spray. I can't go without the B12 or the sleep. I started using the B12 in the morning. I also keep it in my purse for the afternoon for, like a little bit of oomph. The sleep spray, we're out of it. And it's rough life here. I love the sleep spray, but these bundles right here, like this, the Men's Revive. Oh, it's because it's got the Vitalize, but whatever. Like anything that comes with Q Core and greens and sport, use the core yourself. Trial pack the greens, trial pack the sport, the greens, even the Q Core. You guys, I sold 3-day packs of Q Core and greens together. So they got three Q Core AM and PMs, and then 3 greens for like a mini gut reset. So that way they can feel it. I started feeling results from Q Core in 3 days, especially when the greens are involved. But anyways, we have a lot of amazing bundles. I just don't think people know. This bundle is amazing. The greens, the complete, I believe, Ashley, tell me if I'm wrong. I think all the complete is individually packaged. So that way you could trial pack out the complete packs. And then the Q Twist, the multi-pack, this has 3 different flavors in it. So just pour this right back into your business. But I'm going to tell you guys something. Do you want to know what people buy from me? What I am using? You have to be a product of the product. You have to drive the car that you're selling. When you do this, especially with Q, you guys, especially with Q, I don't need scripts to sell these products. If Sandy came to me and she was like, hey, tell me about Core, I can voice message her and she's going to hear it from my voice. Girl, I freaking love the Core. I've never been more consistent with a vitamin in my whole entire life. It has helped me with my periods. I don't have aches and pains. I don't have headaches. It's like the craziest thing. And I lost 16 pounds. It's not even a weight loss product. We have this pack. It has greens in it. Our greens are so good. They are apple cinnamon flavor. And I don't understand why no one else is having their greens in apple cinnamon flavor. But when I drink them, I feel so good. We have a pack. I also use the B12 spray. I also use the sleep spray, which is amazing. And I love our collagen. Like what are you thinking? And people are seeing me use these products every single day in my stories. You guys, part of our lives list is using the products, talking about the gut reset. Now, listen, I know that maybe some of you guys are like, I'm seriously in like the hardest financial bind. I want to look you in the eyes and I want to tell you that some of that mindset, like go just do whatever you got to do. Okay. Listen, like I sold everything that I owned in my house to pay bills. I did like all sorts of crazy things to save and make money. Right. But I promise you, even if it's one sleep spray and you use it and you're able to tell the tale every single day, up and down the road, the streets, yell from the rooftops, how much you love whatever it is, you're going to get sales. When you walk the walk and you talk the talk, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. Not only does your business start to grow, but the people that you enroll are going to be willing to do the exact same thing. How many of you guys started asking about selling trial packs because you saw me sell trial packs? There were 3 people who didn't order any products, started buying products because they saw me selling trial packs. Oh my God, it was so much fun. It was like a really fun, it's very fun. I love making money. My little rhyme that I tell myself is I love money, money loves me. Money's not the root of all evil. It's what you do with it. It's your intentions behind it. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So we have our trial. See, I have this stuff printed out myself. I have this. I have my daily content guide. I'm good to go. How many of you guys are freaking pumped for our run to 100? How many of you guys are freaking pumped for power hours? How many of you guys are like, I'm going to be so tired, but I'm going to do it because we're going to be there together and I'm going to do the things. Okay. You guys, if you do this right, and maybe you haven't had your first promotion yet, you will hit builder next week. And this is one of the last things that I want to end with before I go over just a couple last things and we're going to be done. I promise. I love you so much for being on here late. I'm so sorry. Okay. Listen, you have to understand something. Oh, let me find it. Wait, is Saray on here? Saray, are you on? Saray, can you share your link for your calculating promotions volumes in the chat? I want to teach you guys how to be self-sufficient. Okay. My thought process is, and all of you guys should feel the exact same way about anybody that you bring into this business. You don't want people to like depend on you. Like if you depend on me and I fall off the face of the earth, I go to a deserted island. Are you just like, oh, I don't care about my bills anymore. Oh, my dreams, don't care about them. Jade's gone. I don't need it anymore. No, the way that you have a thriving business is by not having to rely on anybody for anything. Independent. We're together because we amplify each other, our energy, like our love, our excitement, we amplify each other. But you create she who leads herself, he who leads himself. That's what we want. So Saray created this incredible training. I think it's like 9 minutes, and it teaches you how to calculate your promotions. Here's the deal. Okay. Very important. On our calendar on Friday, there's a little money bag. Yes, we get paid, and there's the link. Yes, we get paid on Fridays. Cool. The other thing though, you guys, is the Fridays are the week, that's the week close. So from Saturday to Friday is your time frame to hit rank, do what you want to do for your paycheck for the next week. This is why we always say run your subscription the 1st through the 5th. You're commission qualified, you're good to go. You got your product coming. You're going to have product to sample pack. You're going to have product to use in your stories. You're good to go for the month. To set, you guys, if you have not set your subscription up, just get it done and over with so that way you're good to go for this month. Okay. But every single Friday is like the end of the month. How many of you guys were with a company once upon a time that paid you monthly? Some of us have been there. I was with a company that paid me monthly. So what did I see a lot of people do? They worked super hard the first 3 days of the month. They did nothing until the last 5 days of the month. The last 5 days of the month, they were like, oh my God, I need this to hit rank, or I need this to maintain, or I'm this far away from my goal, or whatever. They knew, like, you guys, treat every single week like that. That is the most incredible motivation that you could literally promote to builder next week, pro the next week, and executive the next week, executive plus the next week. If you play your cards right, and if you are intentional with what you are doing. Someone on here is going to take this so seriously. You are literally going to do things that you never thought was possible. You're going to be a little tired. You're going to be a little out of your comfort zone, but you are going to go into, which is so weird, April, like weird to say, feeling like a completely different person. And then you're probably going to have imposter syndrome and be like, who even am I? This is insane. I challenge you to do that. Okay. Here's a couple things that I want to let you guys know that's so special about this month. This month represents new growth. Okay. I want you guys, if you guys journal, or maybe you're going to go take a bath or shower, you're just going to lay in bed. If you don't journal, maybe journal. But some things that I want you guys to really think about this month is what do you want new growth in this month? How do you want to grow? How do you want this month to be the month that you grow with? Do you want to grow your mind? Do you want to grow your paycheck? Is this the month that you grow with what you're willing to do, in the way that you're willing to show up consistently? Consistency is the key here. It does not matter what you do once a week. It just really doesn't. You're not going to, I mean, imagine if you had a plant and you only watered it once a month. You're like, but you know, like, no, it's going to die. Like, you've got to be consistent with taking care of anything. Okay. So think about what new growth means to you and how you want that to happen this month. The next thing is that the tree of this month is the ash tree, and it represents resiliency. That is when the ash tree really thrives, and it represents resiliency. And how do you guys want to be resilient this month? What do you need to be resilient in? Like standing tall, standing firm. How can you be more resilient? Maybe that's in like good thinking. Like, you're going to be resilient with your thoughts. You're not going to think anything but good things this month. And if it does not help you, your family, or your paycheck, or your business, it's not going to happen. You're just going to say no. You're just going to say no this month. That's how you're going to be resilient. Maybe you're going to be resilient every single time you reach out to someone and they don't reply. You're just going to be like Tupperware baby. You are, do any of you guys remember the car Saturns? So my first car was a Saturn. Those cars were made out of plastic. Like, literally, I drove Tupperware, and man, I got into like a 5-car pile up with that sucker. I turned that thing off and the blower still ran without any power. That thing was resilient. You are resilient. In what ways can you be more resilient this month? The other thing, you guys, is that the flower of this month is the daffodil, and the daffodil represents forgiveness and honesty. And I really think that sometimes, in order to move forward, we carry around like a backpack just weighted down so much with things or people that have like hurt us, disappointed us. Maybe you started this business and your spouse just doesn't really support you. And so you've just hung on that. And so you're like walking around like, I'm going to prove them wrong. And like, really, maybe you just need to like forgive them and let that go. Because that's not any sort of weight that you deserve to carry around. Because if you carry around an extra 25 pounds of everybody else's garbage every single day, no wonder you're tired. No wonder you're stressed. I have enough thoughts of my own. I don't need to carry around Will's crap. Love you. Like, you want to know why? Because I know me, and I trust myself to make the most important decisions for my family and do what I think is right. And I trust myself to not give up. I trust myself to keep going. I trust myself to be disciplined. I trust myself that every single day I'm going to get better. I trust myself that when I don't know what I am doing, I am humble enough to ask for help. I'm humble enough to be new. I'm humble enough to be corrected. So I trust myself. And so the people who have made me feel some sort of way, maybe they disappointed me, they made me second guess how I think about myself. Maybe they didn't even know, but did you know forgiving someone for something that they didn't even know that they did? Because most of the time they don't know that they did that. They had no idea what they were doing in that moment. If you forgive them, you're removing so much weight off of your back. And now all of a sudden this journey and this trip, because it's still going to be hard, you got to climb up the mountain regardless to create that momentum. But I would much rather do it with a way lighter backpack, if not none at all. Right? Amen to that. Okay. I want you guys to stand strong this month. I want you to know that we're going to do it together, that you're going to get tired, that a lot of you guys are going to start to realize this resistance that you have. You're like, Jade, this is crazy. I was so excited after us. We had our Sunday, we had our celebrate to calibrate call on Sunday, and I felt so good. And then Monday and Tuesday came, and then Wednesday, I just started to feel weird, and my body wanted to go watch Netflix. I don't know what's going on. Why does my body want to go do this? Because you have habits. Your muscles, like that's muscle memory is literally a real thing. You guys could literally, in a pitch black, how many of you guys, if your room was pitch black, you could go from your bed and find the toilet? You know exactly where the toilet paper is, right? How many of you guys, seriously, if your house was pitch black, you know exactly how to pretty much, like pretty successfully, without running into a wall too bad, get from your bedroom to the front door. How many of you guys with your eyes closed could start your car and put it in reverse? It's muscle memory. All of your bad habits, all of the negative thinking, everything that comes out of your mouth controls every aspect of your life. It is like, listen to me. It is gasoline on the fire. Some of you guys are like, holy cow, this is why nothing's working. Because every day, all I'm doing is repeating how nothing's working. So stop saying it. Pull out your affirmation list, breathe, say your affirmations, because now you're changing the pattern. Now you're bumping in, you're like, holy cow, there's a wall there, right? Because you're changing the pattern. And pretty soon your brain's going to start to know a new way. And I promise you, by the end of this month, you will literally in your brain be a completely different person, because you have completely rewired your whole entire brain. It's going to be this is science. It's real. Okay. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I am so proud of you. You are so worthy. We're going to be on Zoom a lot. I hope you guys are prepared to see all sorts of shades of Jade and all sorts of things. Maybe I'll like clean in here. Okay. It's going to be great. Not just me, our leaders too. Everybody's stepping up. Okay. I'm proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you. And you need to tell yourself that you're proud of you too. Thank you so much for spending this much time with me tonight. Okay. I love you guys. We'll see you later.